Previously on...
He said it was time to go talaga. He was called back to leave. And it was meant to be a very short time with you and the others. And it was almost like something you and him and the others had to go through. And he said he's always alive and he's existing, so it's not the end. And I asked why his body had to give up or how it gave up, and then parang he sent me the feeling of having difficulty breathing, and parang it was a stuffy throat and a very heavy heart and stomach. In this area here, it was heavy. And then he said that feeling of heaviness, he wants you to be free of it. He doesn't want you to feel a heavy heart at all. He wants you to feel very light. Like when you played with him or when you feel very good, he wants you to feel very good. And he said it was hard for all of you, his passing. And he said the two of them, Snowy and Tutti, they're doing their best to help you. They're really trying to not take his place, but be there for you. And he said it's like they are your cat tribe, like your little family of cats. And then they said they got your back. That was very interesting. Okay, so should we start with Snowy?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I first said, "Hi, Snowy. Your person asked me to talk to you. My name is Sarah, and I hope I'll be helpful. I'll tell her everything you tell me." And then I asked him, "Can you tell me a little about yourself?" Tapos he showed me himself lying comfortably and rolling to the side, parang very comfortable na cat. He said he's very curious, and he was very happy to connect. And he says he knows that he has very soft fur. Parang nakita ko yung picture and I was like, "Oh, you look so soft." At sabi niya, I know. But parang that's, yes. And then he said he's a very patient guy, like for himself. This is from his perspective. So baka you'll see na lang if it's him or not. And then he said, I wrote down that he's patient because kahit na some other cats kasi when I talk to them, I'm still asking the question and they're answering na. Pero he really would wait hanggang finished and then he would answer. He's very, very smart and very comfortable. And he said he's like a teacher now. He likes looking at things or watching things. It looked like a window or showed me some screen or something that he would watch. And he says he observes everything. He said he cares for you a lot, and he sees you as a very close person, like very close family, like a mom. Pero he also said sometimes she's like a kid or like a best friend to you. You thou are very, you change for him. And then at this point, it was very interesting because I got the image of Coco's face in my vision, and then I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I told him na I'll talk to you later. Tapos he went away again. And then Snowy showed me something in a round pouch. Parang my pouch na little round pouch, and then you would put something into the pouch, and that something would be for them. I don't really understand this. And then I don't know, maybe it rings a bell or not, or maybe it will in the next few days. It might happen like that. And then I asked him, is that thing in the pouch something for you? And he was like, "Oh, for us, for me." And then I asked him about like what he likes, and he said he likes being clean. And he said you help him clean himself, manage his fur because it's a lot. And he said you have like a glove or something on your hand, like a brush, and you would put your hand into the brush and brush him with it. And Coco's face kept on showing up throughout talking to Snowy. So sometimes I don't know which cat I'm talking to. Minsan it's Coco's face, and then it's Snowy's face, and then I don't know which one na. So it might be mixed up. But I hope, yeah. And then Snowy showed me, or I don't know who it was, one of the cats showed me something falling from where they were sitting. So nakaupo siya dito, and then he dropped something, or something fell on the floor, and he would see it fall. Parang ganun, I don't know why they showed me that. And then parang Snowy is a little bit paranoid about sounds. Because while I was talking to him, I'd hear something and then I'd look. Parang, and normally I'm not so paranoid about sounds, pero his sense of sound or hearing is very strong. And he said he's a very calm guy with you, and he knows how to relax. He enjoys physical touches a lot, and he's not too playful, but he would like, playful, he would like a gesture of you. Parang sometimes daw you would try to play with him, and then he would like play a little lang, and then he'd be okay na. Parang he'd just catch the toy once or twice, and then he'll be like, oh, I'm okay na. Parang he likes relaxing daw, something like that. And he showed me lying on his side and stretching, and then being very peaceful. And then he said he can get agitated sometimes when, and parang sometimes he doesn't want something, and then he'd be a little bit mean or like defensive or something. He'd be like, I don't want that. And then he would show you that he doesn't want it. And he says he likes when he goes to you with a meow and you respond with petting his face or body. Like he would come to you and then you would respond, and that's like his favorite activity or like one of the nice things he does with you. And he feels very understood and very close in those moments. And he says he's the softest, and he mentioned it again. And then parang he showed me something like a crunchy treat or some food or cookie na may filling. Felt like filling, I'm not sure. And he says he likes those. And then he showed me, I asked him what you eat normally, and then parang meat cubes or he sent me the smell. It smelled like wet food for cats na sliced or something. And then he says he cleans himself very well after he eats, and he feels medyo fat, but not physically. He feels medyo heavy at times. So he would just lie down na lang or be relaxed. But he's okay that way. He says it's normal for him and he doesn't mind it. That's just the way he is. And he said he would, of course, play physically. Like I asked him, don't you ever play? And then he said, oh, I do play, but not for so long. Like I wouldn't go for hours. I'd just do like 30 minutes and then relax again or something like that. And then I asked him about the bed, kung bakit hindi na siya natutulog sa kwarto masyado. And then he said, he sent me a smell, and then I got the thought na he's saying the bed smells different. Maybe you change detergent, or maybe you're washing with more soap or something like that. Parang it just smells strong for him at the moment. And he likes it when the bed smells like nothing. Kung walang amoy, it's nicer daw. So he would wait na lang until the smell is gone, and then he would join you in bed. And then he said, I asked him how he is, and he said he feels okay. His nose is sensitive, and he loves you just as much as always. Parang he doesn't want you to think na he's not happy or anything. He wants wants you to know that he loves you. And then I asked him how he's feeling, like emotionally, and he said he's very content and calm and a little tired sometimes. And then I felt medyo thirsty, and then I asked him, are you thirsty or am I thirsty? Pero parang it was just me pala. And then I asked him, how do you find your home? And he said he likes it. He has a lot of spots to go. And he says the others say you spoil him or you spoil your cats. Parang they feel they feel very lucky to be your cats. Parang someone, like maybe other cats or maybe other people are like, oh, you are very lucky cats to them. Kaya they feel lucky then. And then he's so happy that how much you love them, and he feels good. And then I asked him, do you feel any physical pains? But I can tell your person if you feel anything. Pero he did not send me naman anything. Kaya I think he feels okay. Pero just to make sure, of course, you can check a vet if you're concerned. Pero he seemed good. I gave him some energy healing, some Reiki, and I cleared his energy a few times, and then he feels okay naman. Just sleepy at the time I was talking to him, maybe. And then I asked him, do you have a job? And he says he's here to keep you company, and he knows you, and parang he said you had Coco before, but now he's here for you. Parang he's here for you pa rin, kahit na Coco's not here anymore. And he has a very caring energy. He also said, I asked him, do you have any requests? Like, do you want anything? Sabi niya, parang he showed me something furry that looks like a mouse. Pero it was food. Pero it was a toy somehow. I don't know what it was. It was furry and small. I don't know. Pero he was requesting like that. And then he said, he showed me nagyayon siya. And then parang you disturb his yawns or something. He would be yawning, and then you would go to him or look at him, and then he'd like halfway yawn na lang or something like that. I don't know. Kaya I have a question mark here. I'm not sure about this because parang I don't know why he showed me that. And he said, my person can hear me. Kaya I don't have to tell you everything. She can hear me. Kaya I believe na you can hear what your cats think. So they daw will be the ones to tell you what they want.
Ganon? Pinahirapan pa nila ako.
Sabi niya, you already know. Yeah, you already know what he wants. Kaya, you already know what he'd want to say. That's it. Sorry, my writing is so confusing. Okay. And he says he really loves you. And he's here for you. And he says he knows that when you look at him, your heart parang feels warm or melts. Or, he's like, oh, I know how I make her feel. He's very comforting. And then he says there's so much love between us too. Parang he even gave me a feeling of how much love there is. I was like, wow, you guys are very close. And then I asked him about Tutti. And then he said, oh, he's like a big brother. They have separate lives in the house. Parang hindi masyado silang physical with each other, just sometimes. And then they're okay with each other. They tolerate each other and enjoy each other's presence. And sometimes they're even sweet to each other. And then I asked him if he goes out of the house, and parang he said he just stays home. And he doesn't need to go out naman. He's very comfortable at home. And he shows me a string. Parang yellow na string na medyo thick. it looked like a toy or somehow like food, like medyo thick na yellow na not string, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what it was, pero he wants something like that. I was like, what did we do with it? Tapos he showed me eating it, and then I was like, okay. Anyway, sabi niya his face and body feel a little stuffy and heavy. Parang this was weird because I didn't think of this. He just really said this to me. He said he might want to like detox for a while, something like that. A detox now. I don't know what he meant, but yeah. And then he said, he showed me you putting down, diba you have their bowls for food, and then you put it down sabay daw, or something like that. Or they are fed at the same time, and he likes that. He'd like to be fed na sabay, na hindi isa muna and then the other one dapat sabay. Parang ganon. And then, yeah, I asked him, do you have anything else to say? And then he said, no, nothing, everything good. So I ended the conversation. This was at 2:20 p.m.
Okay.
And yeah, I hope it medyo resonated. I was really not sure. Ang dami kong kinausap ngayon, and then it's just, I was like overloaded a little. Kaya I hope the conversations still medyo matched.
Oh, wait. So when you do that ba, Sarah, do you see them? How does it go? Like, do you see them talking to you, or do they make you feel, parang how does it go?
You can try it. It's very, very subtle lang. It's extremely subtle. It's parang, imagine you're thinking about something, and then you have an idea, and that idea is their thoughts. You know, it's just like your thoughts. Or, for example, you can sit down, relax completely, like breathe a few times deeply, and then imagine yourself connecting your heart to their heart, and you have to feel yourself raising your energy level or vibration. So you raise your vibration and then connect your heart to theirs, and then you can ask a question or you can say, hello, what are you feeling right now? And then your cat will tell you what they're feeling. Pero the sensations that you might get are so subtle na
I don't recognize.
Minsan it's like, is it my own thoughts or is it their thoughts?
Oh, okay.
Parang takes a while to distinguish. And sometimes they can make you see things, sometimes they can make you smell things, like biglang maaamoy mo na lang yung sinasabi nilang pagkain, or you know, or hear it, or feel it, or if you ask them how do you feel physically, tapos you get a pain in your shoulder, that might be their pain, you know, they can send you whatever they want to send you. And everyone can do this.
Galing.
So yeah. Shall we continue with Tutti?
Yes.
Wait lang. I'll just check how much battery I have.
Sige.
9%. I hope that will last. Or I can transfer na lang charge
plug it na or something.
What's that?
Or plug it na sa power bank or something.
Oh yeah, power bank. Good idea. Sige, I'll get it lang muna.
Sige.
One moment.
Okay. Yan, gusto niya sumali. Gusto niya sumali. Sali ka.
Oh, hello, cat.
Okay. Wait, okay.
Who are you?
Yan, sapo ka na. Gusto niya sumali. Okay, wait. Yan.
Ang cute niya naman.
Sali daw siya. Okay. Hi.
Oh, that's
Front row seat daw siya.
Oh, he's such a cute guy. Okay, I'll continue your reading for me.
Okay.
He was medyo eager to speak with me. He was like very excited in a way. Does he live with you also? Okay. He's like an Egyptian. This is the first impression I got. He's like an Egyptian prince or like a very special guy. And he says he feels good. He said he feels good like always, very normal. And he says he defeats boredom with observing things around him. And he loves new things in the house. You can, check it out or analyze it. And he says he's very mature and serious. And he's not like the other cats daw. He's different. And he's more like a person daw. And he says he has his personality very specific for him in detail. Like he knows who he is. Parang ganon. And he says he has moods and he thinks about things. He feels very normal and doesn't mind his fur shedding. He feels like it's just an episode and it will also pass. Like he doesn't even feel it so much. It's just parang at some point he sent me some itches pero they weren't so bad naman. And he feels like he'd like to try different food. Parang I asked him, so how do you feel about your food? And then he said, oh, medyo it's the same. Parang I don't know, like, pero I asked him later, do you get different foods? And he was like, yes. So I don't know what he meant, but he said he would like to try different food. And then he has a very good sense of hearing. And then he said he has very interesting facial expressions. Parang his face is different daw. He expresses his feelings more in his face, more than other cats or something. Parang you can see how he's feeling by his face. And then I asked him what he likes to do at home, and he says he likes jumping onto high places because from there he can observe what's going on. He says he shows this to you. Like if he does something very agile, he would show it to you and think, oh, that was impressive. Like, oh, look, I can do this, or I can do this, or he shows off his agility. He says he's like the big brother at home or among him and Snowy. And he tries to find the right spot to lie down para his bones don't dig into the ground. Like he likes it soft or padded or on the side flat para hindi like his elbows or his And then when I mentioned you, when I asked him, oh, how do you feel about your person? And then his eyes got like, he showed me like being interested in you, like, oh, it's my person, like, oh, I like her, I love her, very interested in her, something like that. He's interested in you. Every time you're around, he feels better than when you're not around, something like that. And he likes knowing what you are up to. He would be sitting close to you or reading your mind or checking on how you feel while you're doing something, while you're working or whatever. He would be watching your feelings and thoughts. And then he says he's here to take care of you. And then he said when you pet him daw, never against the grain, always with the fur daw. I don't know if you do that. Parang he said always with the fur. And I told him, hey, if your fur might be falling out more, you might have to take some tinctures or something on your fur. So I just let him know na baka maybe you'll be thinking of putting something on his fur para it gets better. And then he said, oh yeah, I know. Like, it sounds like you already do, or like you already told him or already thought of it, so he already knows about it. Something like that. And then at this point, I started almost falling asleep because he was sleepy and then I got sleepy. I was like, oh no, stay awake. And then I woke him up and said, hey, let's continue this para matapos. And then he was like, okay. And then I asked him, what do you enjoy doing with your person? And he says he likes walking beside you. And like if you'd get up and go somewhere, he would read your mind and then follow you and know where you're going. Or he knows where you're going. And then he said he would join you. And it's like a nice thing walking down beside you. It feels like you're very close in some way. And yeah, I asked him, do you have any requests? And he showed me something white and soft, like a cotton ball. I don't know what he meant with that. Parang soft na furry, some toy, or it was round and small and white or fluffy. I don't know what he meant.
Baka si Snowy yung joke. White and fluffy. Baka si Snowy lang yun. Buhok ni Snowy.
Baka si Snowy. And I asked him what activities he likes to do. And then he said he likes that you wake him up when you do things. So he doesn't mind being woken up. Kahit na you wake him up and call him or something, he would be okay with it. And he said you don't even need to tell him anything. You just have to think it and he will already know. He's very psychic. He can read your mind all the time. And he said he feels very light physically. And he's very used to his body. He said it feels very familiar. Like he knows it very well. And this is the part where he mentioned na medyo makati dito or doon, pero aside from that, he doesn't have any other problems. He's okay. And he says he makes sure everyone is okay at home. And he said he also takes care of his brother, Snowy. Kahit na they're not so close physically sometimes, or he just said he takes care of him. And he says Snowy and him are a good team. He said they are like perfect for you. And they are everything you need to be okay. You have very sweet cats. And then I asked him what he does, like what his job is. And then he said he's here on the planet to balance things out in a way. He's a part of it just came out like this. He said he's a part of a symphony of energy around you. He's like a part of each, like all your cats and all the people around you, they play a different part and it comes together perfectly, and he's a part of that. And it's all for you. Like, it's made for you. And he said he would pull you to him with his paw. He would like reach out and pull you or reach for something. And he likes that. He likes physical contact, and he has a purr that he likes. And he likes to share the purr. Pero I asked him, do you purr often? Parang it didn't seem like he purrs often. Parang sometimes na very special lang or something like that. And then I asked him, like, what were you in a past life? Were you on the planet? Were you physical? And then he said, he looked like a deer. Parang may pinakita siyang deer. I'll show you here.
Cute naman.
I'll send it to you naman. I'll send you all my notes para mabasa mo.
Okay.
And then he says his face is always similar. Every time he comes to the planet, he has the same face. Like, he looks similar kahit na he's a deer or a cat or whatever. He has the same features. And then I asked him, paano mo makita sarili mo? You know, you don't have a mirror naman, you know, when you're a deer in the forest. And then he said, oh, I can leave my body and look at it from outside. Parang he can see himself from outside his body and he can float around himself. Pero, and then he says he also sees himself in his dreams. So parang when he dreams, he can reappear. I mean, he can look at himself from another perspective. And I asked him about how do you find your home, and he said it's very comfortable. He likes the breeze that brings new smells. Maybe this is, I don't know, he just showed me like wind blowing a little bit very gently. Maybe it's an electric fan or something, or maybe a window. And he said he likes it because new smell comes to his nose. And then I asked him, so how do you see yourself? And he said he's like a traveler of the universe, and this is a vacation. Being in a cat body is a vacation. And for him, it's very short though. Like, how many years he will become, maybe 12 or 13 or 14. He said that time is so small. Like, I have lived for so long for eons. So this little time as a cat is so small. It's like a little vacation. Very interesting guy. I didn't expect that stuff. And then I asked him if he wants you to do anything for him so that he can be happier. And he says you already do everything for him. So there's no need for anything else. And he says you are loved so much and he's here to help you. And he says Snowy and him are from the same source. Like, they have the same family. They are the same group of energies, or they're like angels now that came here just for you. And then the animals are very funny at times. And he said we are like angels that poop and pee and need to be taken care of. So angels in fur bodies. And then I asked him, what can she do to make you happy? And then he said, what can we do to make her happy? Parang they're asking you how they can make you happy because you already do everything for them. So they're here to make you happy. And so yeah, you can just tell them how they can make you happy. Like, just sit down and send them, if you do this, I will be very happy. And then they will hear you because they can hear your thoughts very well. You can imagine them, for example, you want them to, what would you like?
I don't know. I just want them to be healthy. And I'm always very concerned if they're happy. Parang ganun. Like, especially with Coco. You mentioned also with Tutti na parang, you asked me if I'm staying with him. Bakit?
Because sometimes, you know, I talk to people and it turns out the cat or their animal doesn't live with them, or, you know, they don't even know the animal very much. So I just try to make sure. Minsan talaga, you know, you have, or someone tells me, oh, talk to this animal, please. He's this and this old. Yun pala, he died already, you know, and then it gets mixed up. So it's good to, I just try to be clear. Para
Okay.
it,
Or baka naman, I was thinking baka may sinabi si Tutti or what. He feels alone ba or isolated?
No naman. He's just making sure. It was very easy to talk to him. He was very eager to tell me how much, and it feels like they're really okay with their lives. They just really want to make you happy. Parang they don't want you to worry about them. That's just my opinion on this. Pero yeah, they also say it a lot of times. Na they're like, here, Tutti even asked me, how can we make her happy? Because she's the one always worrying about us, but how can we help her? So that's nice. He's trying to help you. So you can think of anything, like if you'd be happy if they they sit down on your lap or come join you, you can just tell them, oh, you can just close your eyes and send them, if you come to my table and sit down with me, I would be so happy. And then they will come. They can hear you. Pero it feels like you do that already. It feels like you're naturally intuitive with them. To me lang. I don't know. And then, this was along the end na, one of the last questions. And I asked him, what's something special that only you do? And then parang he showed me, he would close his eyes and open them wide. And then close his eyes and then open them wide. It looked like he would fall asleep, wake up again. Fall asleep, but I don't know. He would like show me he'd do that again and again now. And that's something only he does. Something like that. Tapos, by the end, I asked him if he has advice for you. And then he just said, if you walk, just look where you're going, because I'm there sometimes, you know. Like, I want you to notice me when you're walking. He likes the attention, and he really feels happy when you walk beside him. I don't know, he showed me that multiple times na, oh, I'm walking beside her, like, very special to him.
Do you see me also in your vision or parang paa lang yung nakikita?
Paa lang, or kamay lang.
Ah.
Or, like, I would, or minsan I don't see it at all. It's just a thought na, they just send me the thought na, she gives us food. So, you know, I don't even see you na. I just think it, you know, it's interesting. It takes a while to find out kung thoughts ko lang yon or kung thoughts nila. You know, that's the difficult part lang. It's easy to tell animal things, but it's hard to hear. But I hope I heard enough that was medyo tama from your cat. And then I asked him, what, like, in general, do you have anything else to say? And then, or can you tell me anything else about yourself? And he said, I'm a very interesting cat. I'm very serious minsan. Pero I know exactly where I stand in life. Parang he's very sure na he's your cat and he's here to help you. Parang he's like very solid about what his life is about. And then I was like, thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you. And then I said bye to him, and he said bye also. Parang all of your cats, they were very, very intelligent. They knew exactly, okay, it's time to go. So they left natin. Sometimes you're talking to an animal, and then you say, okay, you said everything na, it's nice to have met you, and then magsa-stop, and meron pa pala, you know, they have more and more to say. Yeah, this one, very interesting, guys. And it was also nice because when I was talking to Coco at the end, the three of them appeared in front of me, and then they were like, she has it felt like they were telling me that you have a whole group of cats that's there just for you. You know, it's like you have an army of cats.
Are they alive or is that an army of alive cats or spirit cats?
Both.
Talaga?
I don't know. Yeah. Do you have any other questions that we can clarify?
Okay, so is it okay na medyo tumagal tayo?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Would you like me to like tell you more background?
Pwede.
Like for things to make sense.
Like, oo.
Kasi a lot of the things that you mentioned, yung mga items, hindi siya talaga familiar. Like, ano yung stick? Ano yung ball? Ano yung sinasabi nila? What are they talking about? Tapos, all of them, actually, I have 55 cats.
Really?
Yeah. So, if lahat sila papacheck ko sa'yo, medyo mahal. Di ba? Intense. So, that's why I was asking, meron ba siyang kaaway, si Coco? Kasi Coco passed away 10 days after my lolo passed away.
Wow.
So it was really heartbreaking for me. And I wasn't really at home much kasi I was nasa funeral. Ako yung nagbabantay. I was the one staying there and sleeping there. And I was away. Also, all of my cats are rescued or adopted. So meaning,
Wow, lucky.
si Coco, Coco, Tutti, and Snowy, sila yung adopted. Because, they're the nicer ones, no? But of course, the puspins are the rescued. So, meron silang human before. Kaya I was asking if happy ba sila sa akin o happy sila noon sa, ano nila, I mean, kaya I was like, do you see?
Person nila noon.
Correct. Was it with me or was it with them? So, kaya I was asking, do you see me or do you see just hands and feet? Kasi baka naman yung mommy nila noon or yung ano nila noon, di ako.
Pero
Especially,
the way I asked them was for their life now. So, I hope they were mentioning you. Pero I think they did. Like, it felt like it.
especially
I can
with,
never be sure.
especially with Coco. Kasi Coco actually only stayed with me for 2 months. He was very, very new to the Clouder. I don't think he got along with anyone, to be honest. Kaya I was very concerned if was he happy when he was with me. I was worried if may kaaway ba siya. Kasi actually, what happened with Coco was, I was staying at my parents' house kasi nga we were busy with my lolo's everything. And then,
Yeah.
yung helper just said na nag-away sila with my another cat, not Snowy, not Tutti. Nag-away siya with another cat. Tapos after nun, he started isolating himself. Coco is a very fluffy, chubby cat. So he started not eating and he lost weight. Kaya nung na libing na yung lolo ko, I went back na to my house. Kasi during my lolo's funeral, I was sleeping at my parents' house kasi para mas malapit. So, nung I went back na to my house, I brought him to the vet. Tapos, napacheck siya na anemic. But he was okay. He was okay na parang he still eats. I think he's not eating that much, no? Kasi he lost weight. But he didn't show signs of, like, sickness. Pero kasi, di ba, when they stop having that, yung parang when their appetite is a little low, medyo you have to. So I took him to the vet and had him checked. And he was diagnosed na parang low blood lang. But kasi with my cats, when I adopt them or when they start to come to our house, we have them checked. Yung initial check niya nung June, he was okay. Wala siyang sakit talaga. So he was in perfect health. And then nung August na, when I had him checked, yun na, low blood na siya. And then, ang advice ng vet na kailangan daw siyang blood transfusion. So, we had him confined. And in the span of 10 days, he died. So, it was really painful for me kasi I wasn't with him for a while because of my lolo. And then when I finally came home and I wanted to be with him, he just died. And yun yung gusto niya sumama. So it was really painful for me and I didn't understand why so quick and parang and hindi naman siya close because like my friend were saying, sumunod siya sa lolo mo to save you. I tell them, hindi nga siya close sa lolo ko and my lolo hates cats. so it was a big question mark for me why he had to leave. I felt that I wasn't there and I felt that I was the only one close to him kasi he was just new. And none of the other cats were close to him. And I felt that maybe he was depressed kasi he doesn't see me. And in a way, I really felt that I failed him talaga. So it's something that I've never really gotten over. Like, from time to time, I still think about him. I really still feel so bad about it.
I understand there are always things that we could have done differently and everything. Pero the way he told me that it was really meant to happen as a kind of learning process for both of you, for him and for you, and he said it was it really no it was meant to happen that way. And it did feel like the other cats were very weary of him, pero they were somehow, the thing with animals is they don't know why why exactly you feel sad. So they might think it's their fault also. So the best thing to do to him is just say thank you for being with me for a short while. You know, it will still get to him, and he will, like, he really says that he will come back, and that everything, that you have a plan together. It's like it's really all planned to happen. There's a greater plan for all of this. That's what I learned from the animals every time, because they say that again and again, and he really loves you too. And the time with you guys, night was short. He had other times with you, other lifetimes that he spent with you by your side. So I don't think it was it wasn't a mistake on your part. It was really all just bound to happen because of your lolo's death and his passing. So I hope you feel better about him, because he will also feel better if you feel better about him.
I just hope na he visits me, because we've had like cats who passed away na I see in my dreams. So parang it gives me peace na if I see them in my dreams. Tapos parang siya, I've been waiting. It's been a year. Sarah, wala ka rin. Galit na siya sa akin. Was he happy with me? Because like other adopted cats or rescue, I see them sometimes. Like the one close to my boyfriend. The cat visited me. And not my boyfriend. So parang, I felt na parang, tapos, what si Coco never? Yeah, in my email to you, can you just ask him, bakit he never visits me?
I can, if you want, I can tell him, hey, maybe you should visit her.
Oo.
Sana. Try natin. Baka he'll listen. Take a day off from your job and go visit her in your dreams.
Kasi parang that's the big question for me na perhaps he wasn't happy when I got him. Kasi parang he was given to me by my student, and ang tagal din bago siya talaga nabigay sa akin. Tapos parang it was June, tapos so I felt so bad na, you know, anyway yun. I just felt na parang perhaps he wasn't happy. Parang sana hindi ko na lang siya in-adopt. Parang I had those questions and everything.
Oo.
Kasi nga, I knew that he wasn't close yet with anyone, not even with Tutti, because Tutti hissed at him. And then, I have 55 cats. Snowy and Tutti are the closest. Parang among all of them, sila talaga, kasi si Tutti masungit kasi si Tutti. Ayaw niya ng cat. Kasi yung sa former owner niya, he was alone. So parang feeling ko nasanay siyang alone. So seeing all these cats, ayaw niya. Parang kung may lalapit pa lang, galit siya. But only Snowy can come near him.
Ang cute. They really seemed close nga when they were talking. They really, like, they seemed like a team.
Yes.
Parang silang dalawa.
Sila lang. They groom each other. Sila lang. Parang among all my cats, si Tutti hates everybody else. Pero si Snowy lang yung pwede siyang lapitan, pwedeng agawin yung food niya. Pag yung iba malayo pala, galit na siya. Tapos, Snowy is really like a very chill. Snowy, I got Snowy, he was only 3 months. So parang, yeah, I'm like his mom. And he's like really my baby talaga. As in. Like when I'm not at home, or like when I'm not in the house, like I'm out for a long time, like days, wala akong hindi ako nakauwi. Sinasabi ng helper na he would stay outside the comfort room and meow. Kasi akala niya nasa CR daw ako. Ganun siya ka-sweet.
no.
Akala niya nasa CR lang ako ng matagal, kaya nandun siya. So Snowy and I are like super, ganun. No question with that.
Sounds like Snowy is a friendly one. Parang he's friendly to Tutti and to you.
Yeah, he is. Tapos si Tutti naman, I got him when he was 2 years old yata, or 1.5. So, you know, he might have like memories now with his former Meow Me and Meow Di. I know that they travel a lot. Kasi yung may-ari sa kanya before is an expat. That they had to move to a condo, kaya they had to give him up. Kaya ako siya na-adopt. Yun. So parang tinatanong ko, ako ba yun o sila na kasama niya mag-walk around? Kasi I don't walk around with him.
It seemed like you. If you notice na if he's walking around beside you, then that's him.
He's such a lazy cat, si Tutti. He doesn't like moving. But what I realized was when Coco passed away, kasi sometimes I go to a room and just cry. I can feel na Tutti can feel my sadness. Kasi siya yung lalapit, tapos he would lick me, and I know na he knows na it feels really heavy for me.
Buti na lang you have them. They really want to make you feel better about Coco's passing. They feel like it's also their fault somehow, like, pero not in a heavy way. They're like, we're trying to make her happy, pero she still feels sad about that. You know, there's this little medyo like, why can't we help her? Like, you know, so they're trying their best.
I sometimes tell them to please tell Coco to visit me. Like every second.
Okay.
I sometimes tell my cats, because I feel that mas they can communicate with each other than me. So yun, I tell them that. So yun lang.
Galing. Cute.
Ayun, so...
Thanks for the backstory. It makes more sense now. Kasi it feel a lot of times na ang daming cats na nag-i-intrude ng conversation namin. Like, I was guessing na it's Coco lang. Pero at some point, I'd see this cat and then I'd see that cat. I just ignore it na lang. It felt like other cats were trying to talk also.
But,
so,
kasi...
I would have to tell them, hey, wait lang, hindi niya. Like, I'm trying to talk to Snowy lang. You know, I have to like, I'm not so magaling. I'm not as good as you guys.
So, I was asking nga, kasi you mentioned the gray cat. Sabi ko, sinong gray cat? Sa former house niya ba? O dito? Sabi ko, wala akong gray cat. Kasi Coco came from a cattery. So, baka may gray cat dun sa kanila. Dito wala. Walang ano dito, Russian blue or British short hair dito.
Galing. Galing that you adopted 55 cats. That's
Rescue.
Really a lot of cats.
More on rescue, like picked from the streets. Picked off from the streets talaga. Tapos, we rescue them. My boyfriend and I rescue them while they're very young. Yung parang, kasi pag iniwanan mo, alam mong mamamatay sila. So, we take them home until lumaki na sila. Andyan na sila.
That's so nice. I rescued one lang. Pero it was already a lot of work. So, one cat is very...
Okay.
And yeah. Thank you so much. I
Thank
hope
you.
it resonated and I hope I could help you a little. It was wonderful talking to them.
Thank you.
Nila.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's it. I feel that a lot of the things are kind of off. I don't recognize any of the like tangible things mentioned, like the ball, the glove, even the food, the square is all unfamiliar to me. I'll go through her notes since gustong makisali, no. I don't know if it's true. Then I'm glad that Coco was happy when he was with us. Kasi yun talaga yung malaking question ko. Baka hindi siya happy. Yun baka, baka hindi siya happy when he transferred to our care. And, I was thinking na baka sana hindi ko na lang siya in-adopt. He would have been alive. And that's something that I want to come in terms with for the longest time. I hope he visits me in my dreams. I asked for that many, many times. With Tutti and Snowy, I was just like really curious about what they would say. Sayang pera, pero I just wanna, see if they will change after this or what. But the personality, it seems okay naman, tugma naman, because Snowy is really calm and Tutti looks really, really like a know-it-all. Yung parang, he's very confident of himself. He's like very chill. It's also a miss nung sinabi ni Tutti na he jumps up because he doesn't jump. He's so fat. He doesn't jump. He even runs very sloppily because he's so fat. Tutti, on the other hand, Snowy, on the other hand, is a very, very calm cat. He's my baby. He sleeps here. And, we really have that strong bond, very quality moment every day. If you guys want to get in touch with Sarah, I'll leave her contact details down below. You can send her a text message. She has an Instagram now, so you can get in touch with her. What else? I think it's very interesting. Like, if you just want to hear about it, I actually saw her sa cat group nga kasi somebody posted about her and talked about her. So it got me really curious because I've been wanting to get in touch with Coco for the longest time. Perhaps I will have another vlog to say if Coco actually appeared to me the way our other departed cats sometimes appear to me. Yeah, but I really miss Coco, and my heart was really broken, and it took me a long while to be able to somehow accept that he's gone. I still miss him. I still feel regret. I still feel heavy. But yun, he said that you will meet each other again. I felt na nga we had a bond because when I saw Coco, he was really special and I felt like really close to him, and it felt that I knew him all na matagal na, and so that's why I felt na it was hard for me to bounce back kasi parang I felt na we even if we were just together 2 months, I felt very, I don't know, I can't explain it parang people were very, they find it unreasonable na hindi ako nakaget over kay Coco pero kaka-adopt lang namin kay Coco, parang ganun. And I felt that people around me felt OA na ako kasi nga parang bago lang si Coco, why are you crying over him that much? But I can't explain it. I really feel strongly for him, and so that's why I always say, if this is happening to me with Coco, na 2 months ko lang siya nakasama, how much more if, this happened with Tutti and Snowy and, all these other cats that I have spent more time with. I think I will be really, really broken and really, really sad. So yun, yeah, so I guess that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It took a while. It took long. Ewan ko kung ilan yung bill niya sa akin, pero I'll link her down below if you guys are interested to know about your cats. And I'll see you on my next vlog. Bye!